back to another episode of Chemistry. I go by the name of Miles. Over there is
Marcel Williams.
Today's special guest, we have a Jamaal.
AKA
J. Scott.
All right. Don't ask him why.
Right.
Please, because I'm a little scared to motherfucking know. Okay, so Mr. Jamaal over here is a filmmaker out here in the great city of Atlanta, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
All right, we need you a little closer. You
Yeah,
know,
just
you,
in the-
you know, you a film, you a producer.
how
You know what I'm
these
saying? You the audio, brother.
microphones and whatnot.
Yeah, we just bring it up a little
There we
closer. We really couldn't hear that first part.
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Man, I'm okay, man.
Gucci.
I literally just came from working out, to be honest, man.
Nice.
I'm a little
Was it upper body day, a core, lower
cardio.
body?
Just working on my lungs, really.
Oh,
You know what I'm
nice.
saying?
You
Getting
never
that
get too much lung.
How you working on your lungs?
Yeah.
cardio. Right.
That's a smart answer. I don't
That's a
know.
good answer. Yeah.
Okay, you work out?
Mm.
Okay.
I should work out.
Everybody should,
I used to
yeah.
do push-ups.
It's overrated.
But
It's
I play basketball now for cardio.
Okay, no, that's good.
That's a good cardio. That's a-
How often do you play?
I say 4 to 5 times a week.
Damn, nigga.
It's a
Go to
hobby.
the
It's a
NBA. Why don't
side
you
job.
Yeah, 4 to 5 times. Nigga, you running. Who are you playing for, bro? You signed up for the AAU league. Like, what?
God.
This nigga said 4 to 5 times. Where do
That's
you?
how I stay in shape.
No,
It will
it's
keep you in
good.
shape.
It's just I didn't expect that. Like, where do you play?
LA Fitness.
Oh, okay,
Hey, they be
okay,
hooping
okay.
in LA Fitness,
They
though.
look, they
be a little intimidating sometimes. They
Look,
be in
quick
there.
story, nigga. So I went to LA Fitness. I was invited 2017 to play basketball. I love basketball. It's my favorite sport. I hadn't hooped in like a couple months. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, nigga. I'm ready. I was there early as shit, and I was just playing by myself for like an hour. And then everybody, I mean, I was warming up, you know what I'm saying? Everybody came, started coming in and stuff. All right, go ahead, let's pick up teams. First play after we pick up teams, somebody bricked. I go up for the rebound. I jumped high as shit, came down, sprained my ankle on the first play of the game. And I was out. I'm talking about
No, they
shit
was
was
mad they picked
swollen,
you.
bro.
So don't pick him ever
Man,
again.
hey, somebody want to run? Man, I'm limping off the court like a bitch, bro. Like, bro, I'm so sorry, y'all. I was just so excited. Okay, well, hey, Jamaal, so let's talk about the film journey, man. So how did we start getting into film?
We started getting into film. I mean, when I was younger, I always loved watching films. I got that from my mom. She got me into watching films. We would watch. I'm very diverse too, so we would watch black and white films, we would watch foreign films, musicals, like all type of stuff. So
Okay, like
that's where it started. But my passion actually was acting. That's how everything started. And I didn't really get into film until like college.
So what were you trying to act like before you say you got into film?
No.
Okay, so then
And that's the funny thing. Like it wasn't like I don't know. It was crazy because I wasn't like I acted for a long time, and I started acting when I was little in plays and church plays and stuff like that too. But I was never like, oh, I'm gonna grow up and be an actor. Or even when I was older, it wasn't like, okay, well, I know I'm gonna be an actor. When I was still like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the NFL, like playing football, like that type of stuff. And then that didn't work out. I was like, okay, well, I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do my senior year of undergrad, like in college.
Damn. So at before the last year of your undergrad, you still didn't know exactly what you wanted to do.
No.
What were you majoring in?
Communications.
Oh, okay.
So like I had ran for, so HBCUs have like Mr. and Mrs.
I went to Albany State University. Went to HBCU, yeah.
So I ran for Mr.
Why you laughing?
I can see him over here.
Oh yeah, this thing. He went to a white
There
ass
are other
school.
humans on this planet, you know. Just see how they doing, you know.
But no, it's funny because I went to like many different colleges. So
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So like right out of why,
Sorry.
why did you do that? So right out of high school, I went to San Jose State.
Santa what?
San Jose State in the Bay Area.
Okay.
And I went there to play football.
Where are you from?
A lot of places. I was born in Ohio.
My nigga.
I don't know how to answer that. When people ask that, like I have no idea to answer that. Like, I've never known how to answer that question because I was born in Ohio.
Okay.
But then I moved to Atlanta when I was 6.
Okay.
And then I moved to California when I was 14.
Okay.
So people used to be like, "Oh, well, where you went to high school?"
Where you went to high school? Yeah.
And which was in California.
Okay.
So usually I say California, but it's like. I wasn't like really like.
I get it. You weren't born there. You weren't. Yeah, I get you. It's kind of 3 definitely different sections of your life, but
I'm glad you
I would
got out of
definitely say
Ohio.
California. So,
Ohio sucks. Trash.
Ohio sucks.
Goodness gracious. Just blow the whole state up. Just make it something else. The whole state. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
okay, so you graduated in California. So you started off at San Jose, and then you went
San Jose State, and then I went there. Then I went to a community college, Riverside Community College. So I went there for 2 years, played football, got a scholarship to go overseas. Went overseas. They messed up my my papers because I was considered international, and I was going to Canada.
to go to school.
Yeah, so I was gonna go out there and basically play like what do you call it? It's like right up under like the actual professional league. It's like a professional league in Canada.
Mm-hmm. Like a semi-league?
Yes,
Semi-pro?
Semi-pro.
There we go.
So I was gonna go out there and do that, and they messed up my whole paper. So I was there for like 6 months. Came back out. Was working at Kroger's for like a couple of months, and then ended up going to Ohio State. Went to Ohio State. Was gonna go and play on
Like
their
the
football
Buckeyes?
team. Yeah.
And that's a big school.
I know. That's what I was like. He's looking at me like.
Nah,
like
I'm looking at you like
the
this
real
because of the
Ohio State.
story you're saying, nigga.
yeah.
All right, we're at the 4th school right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is crazy. So it's like, and I've got stories in all these different schools.
I'm sure,
bet you do.
nigga. Like what?
But went to Ohio State, was there for like a year and a half, and then ended up transferring and going back to finally my HBCU, which was
Central State.
Central
Right.
University in Ohio. So finally went there and was there for like I think 4 years or 5 years, and that's when my last year everything happened.
How long was you in college?
Forever.
Nigga, like what?
You just got out
journey
last
we
month.
just graduated. Like,
For the
Goodness,
longest.
man. Dang.
bro, yeah,
fucking
you
longest.
just so. But you were really. You sound like you were passionate about football.
Yeah.
What position did you play?
Running back. Running back, receiver, kickoff return.
Did you ever get any playing time at Ohio?
Hmm?
Did you get any playing time at Ohio?
No. I never ended up playing.
It-
Yeah, I was gonna play. My grades was fucked up.
So you didn't go there for football?
No, I did go there for football.
You was trying to walk on?
Yeah, but my grades
okay.
fucked up, and I made the team, but my grades fucked up back then.
Dang, man.
Not gonna lie. So for your grades to be fucked up, they had to be
They had to be.
fucked up. Like they had to be.
Like,
Damn, nigga,
This
we
is-
can't even practice squad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Damn. Okay.
Dang,
Why?
man.
I mean, it's Ohio State. I guess assume it's a hard school. This is a big fucking D1 school.
It's just super. It's super big, and it's a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of stuff to get into.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
all
All right.
righty.
Say less, nigga.
that's all we need.
Jay Scott coming out in
And
this
it's
month.
like it's different when you're like when you have a scholarship already and you're coming
That's
out of
funny.
high school and you got the scholarship, or you've been there and you playing, got the scholarship,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you ain't really got to do certain stuff. Like people know that you know what I'm saying. Like you can just do whatever. But when you don't and you're trying to walk on, it's like you really can't act like you already got it made and shit like that too. But you get sucked into it because it's real easy to get sucked into, especially if you've never been to a big school like
In that
And
environment, yeah.
I went to San Jose State, which was kind of like a big school, and it was, you know what I'm saying, different too than, you know what I'm saying, coming straight out of high school. But Ohio State was just completely
Ohio
different.
State
bet.
is like it's
It was
its own
complete-
state, like
It is,
country.
yeah. Ohio State is
It's
like its own
huge.
state.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can like
Them
I didn't
D1
even-
schools are like
you didn't really have to drive nowhere. Like you can
Everything
you
is-
walk, like
yeah.
everything is walk. Like you be up to 2-3 o'clock.
Had
4
sex
o'clock
with some
in the
white women?
morning, like
Did you have sex with some white women?
what?
No.
In Ohio? Ain't nothing
State?
but.
I know.
Nothing but white women in Ohio.
I know.
Huh?
Afraid to catch a case?
Nah, it was. I think I was too young. And then once I got older, I was like, And it's funny because I actually went. Actually, hold on, did I?
What?
Ooh,
Hey, man.
I might have.
All right. Well, it's so many. You lost count, huh?
No. It's
Hey, I ain't mad at you.
No, because okay, so when I went to Ohio State, I also, which is funny, I pledged a white fraternity.
Really? They let you do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you the only black guy there?
No, it was another black. It was like two other black guys, but they were more of the whitewashed black guys, who were trying to act all white, stuff like that. And me, I was just coming just like out of like I'm just to them I was the nigga, and to me I'm just like okay. Like,
Were you like a bragging right? Because normally sometimes the niggas are like the cool, so it's like, oh man, we got this cool ass black guy on our fraternity.
Yes and no to a certain extent, because I still had to come in and I was like still like well, I don't know what the fuck they used to call us, but I was like one of the people who like I was still like pledging and shit. So I was still like a pledgee and they would treat me, you know what I'm saying, the same.
Yeah, hazy
but I was
and
still
shit.
also like I got cool with everybody. So I also be the one that would hang out after we get done pledging or doing whatever we have to do for the day and smoke weed with all the, you know what I'm saying, old niggas and fuck that. Because I was down there like their age, if not a little bit older.
So are you still in it?
No.
So did you?
I never crossed over.
Oh, okay.
Because we went through. That's what I'm saying. I ended up leaving and going to Central State.
Oh.
So I left like after that summer. So like we went through like that whole end of that year, and then sometime in the summer we was gonna cross. They were supposed to cross us when we came back like that following year.
Damn. So you feel like you did some shit for nothing?
Not really, because I felt like it was an experience, and then learning about like black HBCU. I'm not black HBCUs. But like black fraternities and sororities, like, cause I didn't know anything about them then. I just knew for me it was like, you're not about to hit me just to get in fraternity. Like that's not about to happen. Like I'm like, you're not about to try to.
Was it different
to build me up? You got to hit me and bring. Like I'm not with all that. So I was like, no, I'm good.
Was the hazing different for the white fraternity?
Yeah, they're not about to hit you. Like it's like
really
it's like, what? It's a rap. No, what they did,
so what?
Like their hazing is more of they tried to. It's like, oh, you gotta clean up this whole motherfucking house. You gotta run. Like we had a dude who was going into the army, so he used to like one of our hazing things. Like he used to make us wake up at 3:00 in the morning with him, and we had to run like 3 or 4 miles. Like he do like his training, But see, like to me, because I play football and sports, like that shit was easy for me. And it was annoying. I didn't want to get up and do it, but I could still do it and be like, okay, cool. Everybody else, they was fucking like, you know what I'm saying, white boys who drank, who like this and like that. So like, to them, it was like fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was shit like mental shit or either physical shit they had to do that was like their train. It wasn't like, oh, you about to get whooped or beat up or you about to get spanked or hit or like it wasn't none of that shit.
Huh?
Like
that is very interesting.
And it's
I wonder why we do that.
And it's some fraternities, you know what I'm saying, that do that or try to, or they do like some little like, more hazing, you know, other stuff than that. But the one that I was in, like they was just rowdy and like crazy. So it was just like, and I didn't know shit about it. I was just like, well, where I was placed at when I started going there, I was around all white people. So even when I was like, where the fuck are all the black people at? And I was on North Campus. I don't know shit about South Campus. That's how big it is. And then one day I was just like walking, like I was smoking a blunt. I was like, let me just walk around. Walked all the way down. I was like, where the fuck is? I was like, I never been on this side of campus. Walked around, and I found fucking like new fucking eating places to eat at, like fucking that we use our car for. I saw basketball courts. Then I started saying black. I'm like, oh what? And they was like, yeah, this is South Campus. And I was like, what in the world? All black people. That's why all the black people, all the fucking
not
all
the
sports,
South Side.
like all the sports kids, like all like they all were down there. So I didn't even know to even like think that like, okay, well, I'm about to have black friends. That's how I had them in class, but our classes were like 100, 200 people. Like it wasn't like at a black school where you got like 30 people was a big class. Yeah. It's like no, like 30 people. Like you like what type of fucking small ass class you in? Like,
that's big ass class.
Most classes you were in like were 100 to 200, 300 people. So you're not going in like, okay, well, I just met a couple new friends. It's like, no, you going in there like the fucking sign in, sit there for a little bit, get your little whatever, and then you out. So it was, yeah.
Shit. Okay.
You did all that and ain't spent no quality time with a Caucasian woman. That is wild.
Pink nipples at all. Huh?
Goodness gracious.
Just saying. It's like 70,000.
You wasn't going to
people
class
at that
apparently
school.
with your messed up grades. So
40,000 of them had to be women with pink
Goodness.
nipples. And
we had a lot of like sorority girls over there too.
Son, what the?
I think I did a lot of. I think I did a lot of shit, but.
Like what?
Some stuff. Oh fuck no!
I'm just trying to figure out
you was
what
about
it
to say,
was.
oh fuck yes. I thought you were. I was like, there we go. Oh, what? The confusion continues.
Trying to
then.
figure out, you know what I'm saying? What was it that was the distraction to not have, I guess, decent grades?
Yeah.
It normally would be the women, but if it's not the women, then.
Well, see, I was smoking weed a lot.
Okay.
So I was very much, and yeah, the women, you know what I'm saying, are cool, but I was also just like chilling. Like it was cool to have them around and get like the attention, and of course, I mean, I think it was like doing shit and like that, but it was like at parties and like those was like the best times, really the experience. So even when y'all was talking about like, did you feel like you did it all for nothing because you didn't cross? Like I didn't necessarily.
Nothing.
It wasn't, to me, it wasn't like how it was for everybody else. Like they were like, oh my god, I want to be part of kept a fire side and legacy and And I was just like, I just honestly just want to be around people who want to be around me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it all stemmed back from going to school, different schools, and not having friends, not, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff. So it was like, nigga, it's like, I be around a whole bunch of people. They think I'm cool, like I'm kicking it, like we smoking, we chilling, we doing whatever like that. But also, you know what I'm saying, learning about, okay, well, also know that these people are also fucking gonna be doctors, gonna be lawyers, gonna have clout, gonna have such you can, you know what I'm saying, reach out to, just like how they do it in black, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like it's like they got real pool and and that's why they, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
they go in these schools and they
I can't
like
imagine.
this, and, you know what I'm saying, they got money and going on boats and going on, like all that type of shit. So it was like seeing that side of the white rich, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, fraternity, and white boys and what they.
I've been
do
on
and
one
so.
D1 campus, Auburn, and that shit was like a completely different country.
It is.
It's crazy. And
I can
especially,
just
like,
imagine.
going to a game, but like, and you think going to a game is super dope, but what's even doper is like being a part of that white, you know what I'm saying, fraternity, and like when they would throw parties like for that. 'Cause like imagine like you got a game at 12. Motherfuckers is waking up at 8 o'clock, you know what I'm saying, to have motherfuckers over their house by 9:30 and you drunk by 10:15 off of, you know what I'm saying, beers and all type of shit, and then you fucking smoking weed. So you fucked up 2 hours before the game even start, and now you watching the game just fucked up high, got a whole bunch of people, you know what I'm saying, over there, everybody know you laughing, got friends, music playing, people start cooking, like. So it's like that, like every Saturday.
Sounds like a
That
good time.
sounds
to
like
me.
a wild fucking time for an 18-year-old.
Yes, it does.
God
My
damn.
goodness.
Okay, so let's get to the film.
Yes,
so
let's fast forward a little bit.
you, so in your last year undergrad at Central State University, what made you be like, okay, let me start doing film?
Just out of circumstance, like I was still in the acting. And a lot of my friends were actors as well, and we were like, okay, well, and we didn't even know, well, at least I didn't, I can't say them, but I know I didn't for sure, didn't even know nothing about Issa Rae. So she had started like Aqua Black Girl back in 2014, all that stuff like that. 2014 was also when I was going to my senior year, and we was like, let's write a web series about life on a black campus, HBCU campus, and we're going to call it The Yard.
Okay.
And we wrote like 4 or 5 episodes, and then we realized, oh, nobody has a camera to shoot our shit. So, all right. So I just went and bought a camera off of Amazon and just taught myself how to shoot. And we ended up never shooting any of the episodes, but then I just started shooting like my homeboys who wanted to be like rappers and shit.
Like music videos and stuff?
Yeah, like music videos.
Were you mad that y'all didn't shoot those scripts?
No, honestly, and if I did, it was maybe like a quick, and then like I just let it go because I didn't even really, I didn't even really care. Go back to it and be like, oh man, because I don't think I wasn't a filmmaker in my head. Like I was still just learning how to do all this shit, so I wasn't necessarily thinking, okay, well I was supposed to be the one. Like I bought a camera to do it, but it didn't really like for the time it took for the camera to get there, and then when it did come there, it was like people that, because we also had never done it before, so we didn't know what we was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like we had somebody there who was gonna be like, okay, well, cool, we're gonna meet up this time, and we're gonna get all this stuff, and we got these locations, and we're gonna shoot here. Like, we was just like, it was just something to do, you know what I'm saying, that summer, and we was all excited, and then once classes started, it's like, okay, well, we back to our normal life.
Got
Because
you.
we didn't have a theater major. We didn't have like a, you know what I'm saying, or acting major or anything like that. So it wasn't like we could, you know what I'm saying, okay, well, we about to really think up some stuff to do or think about the first episode up in our next theater class, something like that. It was like we was over the summer just like chilling, doing that and playing spades all summer.
Okay, so it just wasn't fucking serious, is what it sounds like.
Yeah,
no.
So when serious enough for you to buy the camera, so that's why.
Yeah, because
you know,
I'm very.
Not to be funny, it's just you know.
No, I'm very spontaneous because and also because I didn't actually buy it.
All right. Yeah, plot thickens.
Come on,
all
Jay
right.
Scott in the building.
The hookups coming through. All right, free cameras.
No, I didn't. I don't even know how I got this, but I got some type of Amazon gift card or something like that, and it was like $400. And I just bought the fucking cheapest camera that I could.
That's a crazy story in itself. Let's move on. But who just gets free $400 Amazon gift cards?
So I was like, all right, well, let me just go ahead and just use. And I just bought like a camera, and it was a Nikon.
I don't know where I got it from, but you know.
Man, I would remember to this day if I got a $400 Amazon gift card 10 years ago. I'd remember that.
I don't know. I don't know how I got it, but I was like, okay, bet. I was like, all right,
that's wild, man.
So when did it start getting serious for you?
Probably once I got to grad school.
So did you go to grad school for film?
Nigga, you a professional college student, bro.
I saw you have a master's degree in this, right? Which is, where'd you go to school for masters? Your master's?
Where?
Yeah, where did you go?
Academy Art University in San Francisco.
Bro.
In San Francisco?
How old are you?
35.
Goodness, man.
Did you just graduate? Did you just get done?
I told you last month. Class of 23.
I've been in school for 10 years.
I've been in school forever, bro. Like,
bro.
No, I graduated my master's in 2017.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's what's up, man.
I've been in many different colleges.
Man, you've been in many different schools. Period.
You were gonna be paying them student loans off till Kingdom Come. Goodness gracious. Man, you owe every state in the country at least 50 grand.
Oh, everybody.
God dang.
I know you hoping Biden approve that shit, boy. Hey, look.
Dang.
That's only 5% of your loans, bro. Man, okay, so you started taking it serious. Let's just get to you. You've graduated, so now you really gotta, you start figuring out what the fuck you gonna do. You like film, you got a passion for film. It's 2017. What's your first move?
Well, I did a film called Kings, out of grad school, because that's when I started taking it seriously. Because I didn't really know, like I was still trying to do acting. To be honest, and I knew like once I got into a school, like I could switch a different major after the first semester. Took an acting class and killed it, and my teacher was like, "Why aren't you in acting? Like, what's your major?" And I was like, "Well, it's directing right now." And she was like, "No, stick with that." And she was like, "Don't switch over." She was like, "Stick with that because it's better to learn both sides of the camera, and it's better to have like a master's degree in directing over acting."
Okay.
I'm like, all right, cool. So I did that and fell in love with just being behind the camera and telling stories. And I was gonna switch schools and go to an all-black school. Like, again, I was gonna switch to another school.
Hey, why not?
Because I was in San Francisco, and out there it's like I didn't know. Also, like kind of like how it was at Ohio State, where it was like you were on one side and you didn't know where all the black people were.
Yeah.
In San Francisco, all the black people are in Oakland.
Right, that's what I hear.
So, and it's like, if you don't know about the Bay Area, you get in San Francisco and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, it's like all type of nationalities and all type of races.
A lot of Asians.
A lot of Asians.
Oh, really? I ain't been out there.
You'll see black people and they won't be black. They'll, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like different, or they speak another language. So like, I was there and I didn't have, and I didn't really know anybody, have any friends. Like, even on my classes, I was the only black person. It was probably like, if it was 15 of us, it would be like eight people are Asian. I'm the only black person. It'd be like 3 white people and 3 Mexicans. So it's like, that's the like dynamic.
So what, you were trying to go to another school to be around more black people?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Like, once I figured out, okay, I want to do film. I was like, okay, well, now I want to go to HBC. Like, I was going to go to Howard or something like that, and I was going to transfer. And my mom was like, no, stay where you are, because I was I wanted to find a black writer, and I was like, if I find a black writer, I can, you know what I'm saying, we can write scripts together. Like, I can direct them. Like, you know what I'm saying, and we can, you know what I'm saying, be like that dynamic duo. And I'm the only black person in all of my classes. So I'm like, where the fuck am I gonna find anybody?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That.
But you decided to stay there, and
yeah. So I decided to say, my mom was like, she was like, write your own shit. She was like, stop saying you're not a writer. If you can't find a writer, she was like, write your own shit. And that's where Kings came from, because I wrote that. But I was like, well, if I'm gonna write my own shit, then I'm gonna take a, you know what I'm saying, a writing class. Like, I'm not just gonna be out here just writing shit, just to, you know what I'm saying, oh, well, I wrote this, but it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I took a writing class. And
so you finished at San Francisco. So how did you get back to Atlanta?
How did I get back to Atlanta?
Yeah, you just decided to come back here? Because honestly, at this point in your life, I don't know if there's a solid foundation
No.
where you should go. It's honestly the
once I graduated, I moved to Los Angeles.
Okay.
And I was there for a little bit. And then I want to say I went back home to Ohio for a little bit, but I think that might have been just a visit. Came back. But I was staying with a friend, and then they ended up moving. And then I was low-key, I was homeless for like 2.5 months. So that's what made me move to Atlanta.
It makes sense. I'm not gonna lie. This doesn't shock me at all. This story, like, it doesn't. I'm like, at some point in time, he's had to have been homeless. Like, it only makes sense.
Yeah, no, and I got robbed. Got a lot of my shit taken. And then I was homeless in my car for like 2.5 months.
In LA. Boy, that's an
Inglewood.
Terrible place to be homeless, man.
So I was in Inglewood, and I used to basically wake up in the morning, go try to find, like, you know what I'm saying, something to do, like a job or whatever like that. Or just something to do to take away the time. So, like, out there, they would have, like, $5 Tuesdays, or they have, like, if you go before a certain time, you can watch movies for $5. So,
sorry, nigga. This shit right here, bro. I tried so hard to keep it in, bro, but this shit is wild.
This is gonna be a good rap. When the story come all together, it's gonna be good. I can feel it.
Yeah.
This is a good journey you on,
nigga
you know?
said $5 Tuesday.
Hey, man, I've been there.
No, they had that at the movie theater. So I would go there.
Wait, but why you not looking for work?
Huh?
Like, why you
am. But if I can't find a job,
then let me go
Catch
spend more money.
I feel you. Hey, man, you gotta live. You know? He don't understand it, but you gotta live.
But that's the whole thing. Like, when you don't have a job and you don't do anything, or you can't do anything, like, it's either I'm about to go watch a movie to take care of this time and be in a different world. And that's why movies are so powerful, because they can take you out of like, your
absolutely.
Like, while you're watching them. But to do that, or just basically sit in my car for 8 hours out the day, in Inglewood, and I'm already home, so it ain't like I'm sitting in my car like waiting for a job, and I'm gonna go back home later on tonight. It's like, no, I'm at my home right now, so so it's like I can't really like.
All right, okay, so
good.
What happened after you were homeless?
So I got a master's degree and I'm homeless.
And
then I called one of my mom's good friends still lives out here in Atlanta, and she had a house, and she was like, well, I have a spare bedroom. You can come stay with me, get on your feet, whatever like that. So I came out here and just kind of started over and started doing PA work.
And you've been here since?
Yeah, since 2018.
You drove out here?
Yeah.
Goodness.
What?
You
Soon
are
as he
nomad.
said spare bedroom, nigga, been on the highway.
Right.
Goodness,
I'll be there in
man.
30 hours.
That's
Hey,
right.
less. Hey,
And your car made it and everything.
No, it broke down as soon as I got here.
That's not funny, but
as soon as I
dang.
got, no, that was all God.
It had to be. You made
everything.
it.
As soon as you got here,
As soon as I
woo.
got here, like,
I got you here. Figure it out for me.
Hey, figure it out.
Like it was a wrap.
Man, okay, so now you here.
Yeah.
You start doing PA work. Do you start to see some progress in like your career and whatnot?
Not really.
Welcome to the film industry.
right.
That's crazy.
Because I didn't. My whole thing was, and it's kind of always been that way. It's like I never want to work for anybody or anything that is not doing with film. Mm-hmm. So I can easily get a 9-to-5 job anywhere and make money and pay rent and pay the bills. But it's like I'm not about to do that at the expense of not being able to shoot or not being able to be.
Hey, you're talking to the right one, brother.
You the real deal then.
Yeah. So for me, it was more like, okay, well, I'm not. If I'm gonna get a job, it's gonna have to be something that do with film, so I can make connections, so I can do. So even like doing the PA work. Like I was doing that, I was doing extra work like at Tyler Perry Studios, and I wasn't doing extra work because I'm trying to be I'm still trying to be an actor and I'm gonna get in one day. Like I was being there and I would be standing by the director's booth all the time.
Yeah.
Like, talking to the directors, like doing stuff like that.
Definitely
like,
learning, networking.
like talking to other people. So I was doing that, and then I started I knew how to shoot too. So me buying that camera like that a long time ago and learning how to shoot, learning how to edit, all this stuff that came in handy because a lot of people who are doing film, whether it's directing or whether it's acting, that's all they know how to do.
Yeah, they don't know how to do it.
They have to have a 9-to-5 that's gonna take care of bills because they can't just pick up a camera and I'm gonna shoot somebody's video. I can do that. So I was like, well, I'm not about to I'll work for a company where I'm their videographer, but I'm not about to be working at a company and I'm not doing anything that has nothing to do with film. And once that didn't work out, and I was like, well, I'll just start my own business and just start, just shooting shit for other people and other companies. So I just started doing that.
Okay. Is that where you are now? In the story, that's where we are now? Well, this is a legitimate question.
Saying the story here like that.
This is one hell of a journey, man.
It is one hell of a journey, man.
Yeah, no, it really has been. I mean, I never really think about it like that. But of course, I'm the one that's living it. But saying it out loud, it's like
hearing it out loud is
been
crazy, man.
Yeah. Okay, so how I've seen on your Instagram, you've worked with Nakia. Damn right, originals.
Yeah.
So in your journey, how did you start networking and getting with people like Nakia and it was somebody else I saw, but I fucking forget, whatever. But yeah, how you get with them?
Instagram and just going to different events and stuff out here.
Nina. Damn, there we go.
Oh, Nina.
You did Clout.
Yeah.
Oh, Nina.
Yeah. So I shot Clout, and me and Nina have been shooting all her films. Every time she shoot it, she has a film, I'm the one that's shooting it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Probably.
You didn't do New Year, New Us.
I did the second one. Not the
Gotcha.
first one. So she did New Year, New Us 2, and then she did it's a one right after that where it was they robbed a bank or something like that. Aftermath. So I came in Aftermath, and I did some of the camera work because that's when she had 5 different camera people, and it was just a lot going on. Different cameras and all type of shit. And we
Why she have so many camera people?
Just because she was just trying to find the right fit.
Okay.
And a lot of times.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Well,
What was that?
no, it was during production.
That's wild. That's why I had to ask.
Find
But
the
you
right
know,
fit. That's a bit
most people do that before you start, but it's different.
I mean, it's so when you're making a film by yourself, and that's when she was doing everything by herself. She was paying for everything by herself. So it was and I think that was really one of her first big feature films she was doing.
We talking about Aftermath or?
Yeah, Aftermath.
Yeah, she had done 2 already though.
Yeah, she had done 2, but also, she also did the same thing where she was shooting with other people.
Okay.
So it's when you're trying to find different people, it's you don't have the budget It's like you're just working with people that are coming. Okay, you got your own camera.
You
okay,
know
cool,
what?
Come on. Okay,
I understand.
Well, you don't. Well, we gotta shoot this day. You can't come this day. All right, well, I gotta
I
find a camera
understand.
person.
Yep.
Hey, and I mean, definitely, it's kudos to making it still happen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Almost
people
definitely.
could have just been like, ah, damn, I can't have the same person, so I'll
But
just wait and
that's
all
what I'm
that.
saying. So that's the whole thing. So she
Yeah.
did that, but she was also still in that same time still trying to find, okay, what person can I really just rock with who got it? And I came along and I was that person because she didn't have to tell me, you know what I'm saying, okay, well, do this or do that, or like, I'll come in and just get my own different shots. Because
Do you have all your own shit?
Yeah.
Like equipment and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't have lighting?
No, I don't.
But you have like all camera type gear type shit. Okay.
So after that movie, it was just been me and her, like just, you know what I'm saying, shooting everything.
How many of y'all shot together?
I'll probably say like 4.
Oh, really?
Nah,
Dang.
she
Like
shoot
4.
like fucking Tyler.
Yeah,
to
4
be
or
That's
5.
crazy.
We got two. Well, Clout, and then we got 2 that still hasn't came out, which is Blood and Money and New Year Knew Us 2, and then we just shot another one called 3, and then we're shooting another one in July.
You travel with her too? She be going to Memphis and shit, right? Didn't she shoot it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's what's up, actually, man.
So
That's pretty good stuff.
yeah. So I mean, me, I just been trying to just work and just make sure that I can.
Well, let's get to at all costs.
Yeah.
So what made you? Because we had Shawnee on the show,
Okay.
and she said that you came to her like about writing a script and stuff. So what would make you be like, hey, I want to actually collab with somebody on writing this script?
I don't know. I think it was more. I wanted to have a black woman's perspective on the script. And I wrote the first part of the script, and then was sitting there, and that was just gonna be the script. Like that was gonna be the end of the film.
Just that first part, like with Mac.
Yes, that whole first part before it goes into a film within a film, like that whole first part, like that was gonna be, because that's how I wrote that whole thing, and that was gonna be it. And then I was sitting there, and then God gave me he gave me that vision, but then he gave me like the thing of, I'll make it a film within a film, and I was like, oh, it'll be dope if we, you know what I'm saying, pulled out, and these students, because they're gonna be law students at first, you know what I'm saying, are like watching, and then they start discussing about whatever, because this was before Roe vs. Wade had happened. So like during that time when I first wrote that, like that whole thing that they saw on the news was gonna be about Breonna Taylor. So that happened, and I got into the classroom scene, and I was like, okay, I want to need, you know what I'm saying, I want to get some help like with this, because I want to, you know what I'm saying, I want help with writing the women characters, but also just, you know what I'm saying, help in general, just, you know what I'm saying, writing the scene.
Okay.
I don't want to take forever and try to just, you know what I'm saying, well, I'm writing myself and just take forever doing that.
Gotcha.
And I just talked to Shawnee and Kiana, and they were at ABFF. And they were like, yeah, super dope. We want to come back here.
You said they were at ABFF?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, when? What year is this?
This was last year.
Oh.
Yeah, so they went last year just to go, like just to experience it. And they were like, yeah, next time we come back, we want to be like with a film. And I was like, well, you know what I'm saying, I'm writing a film right now. And I was like, I want to talk to y'all about, you know what I'm saying, bring y'all on, help me, you know what I'm saying, write like the rest of it, you know what I'm saying, when y'all get back. And then some time had passed, and we finally got together and started writing it, and it is what it is. And it's like, it's dope, because I had like an idea where I wanted to go, because I even looked back on some notes that I had of like the classroom scene, and it was completely different from how it went, which I'm glad, because it went more with of what's going on and then how the students are dealing with it, versus, you know what I'm saying, versus your typical, okay, we gonna talk about some bullshit and just have back and forth, and it's gonna go back on one character. So
Nah, I mean, like I told Shani, I think I did a really, really good job. I think the script was really fucking solid, and the way it was shot was really good. So what's your expectations for it? Like, what are y'all doing with it now?
we put it into a lot of different festivals.
Have you already?
Yes.
Okay, because
So
we talked to
probably-
her about it, and we know it costs. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we submitted to, I think, at least like 20-some different festivals.
Damn.
already.
Goodness gracious.
So right now we're just waiting to hear back. So we, like, actually, which is crazy, tomorrow is May 1st, but it's also the notification date for ABFF.
Ooh.
So ABFF,
I guess they already let some niggas know that they ain't got it, because I've been seeing
for real?
people post it.
Well, yeah. So
So that's kind of good though.
Yeah, I mean, but it just depends on if they're short films or not. Because also people like, because I think Bobby Huntley that he didn't get in, but I think his was for his documentary, and they had already posted the documentaries and the feature films. You know what I'm saying? Like last week, I think. So some people might have been posting like later, but I mean, that's like our main one. And honestly, that was my main one when I first thought about writing. Writing this film, because my first film Kings was too long to submit. Because you have to be 20 minutes or under.
Yeah.
Mine was 27 minutes. So I was like, well, I want to write a short film that's short enough to get into ABFF, but that's also powerful and like something that means something and stuff like that. So,
I mean, I'm rooting for y'all, man. Truly, bro. I think it's definitely a film that is short enough, and it's just a really dope film in general. And the type of film it is with the messages and stuff, I think it does have a good chance of, even if not ABFFF, it has a good chance of getting it to a lot of film festivals.
Yeah, because we submitted to also like Bronze Lens, Michelle Film Festival, the Black Star Urban World, Essence Fest.
Hey, all of them, brother.
So.
I have
all of them.
Been there. I've done a lot of like film festival circuits and stuff. So I always submit to like every single black film festival I can freaking find. Yeah. So nah, I get you, man. Well, damn, hey man, I think we did it.
We did something. We did it, man. Goodness, man.
I think we went around the world a little bit. Very still disappointed at no pink nipples, but I mean, it is what it is, right?
Maybe one day, Sounds like you might be back to Ohio. Give it another round, Don't lose hope yet,
Well, what's next for you, man? What's going on? What's next in Jamaal's world? What you got filming up next?
Right now, just getting ready for this shoot in July with Nina.
Are y'all filming it here?
Yeah. So that, and then just waiting to hear back from these festivals. Like, I've been trying to take a break, to be honest, because we had did that, and then I was shooting for 2 weeks with Nina, like 2 weeks straight. So just needed a break. But I am writing my first feature called 12, which is going to be like an extension from Kings, my short film. I'm going to write a feature for that. And then hopefully, like, At All Costs does something. Because that was my main thing, like, my prayers, like...
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily like, I don't like, it would be dope if it won some stuff, but I'd rather it like boost my career than me winning something.
Get you, and hey, thanks for saying that. That's kind of what I go for. I like, for my career to go somewhere rather than, I don't know, getting some
monetary gain.
Yeah.
Paying bills. Paying rent, getting a new car. Yeah, I mean, well, each teach his own. We all have different goals in life,
I think that's a great mindset to have, brother.
That's a mindset. There are several, but that is one of them.
It just depends on the circumstance.
It does.
Absolutely.
It does.
This circumstance, I think if it gets into, a good amount of festivals and people come up to you like, hey, really love that film, I would love to work with you type deal. That's...
Because my whole thing is with the short films, like, they're not, when you win something, you're not winning money. Like, it's different if you're winning $10,000.
Well, some you do. ABFF, you win some money.
Well, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think
I know so.
Like
you do.
5,000
yeah.
like that too. Yeah. Like, which is dope. But what I'm saying is, and even with that, it's like, like, I would rather HBO say, hey, we love this film. I want to give you a deal for this. I want you to come and direct this.
Yes.
Series that we just started that has been on for for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And we want you to direct these amount of episodes because we like that, which is going to be more than that 10,000.
Exactly.
Versus getting 10,000 that you got to split with 3 other people.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
I'm with you on this.
That's why. And my thing is just exposure. Like,
hey.
Like,
Hey man, that's my thing too. I feel you. Exposure on that
but also, I
Changing
know
in front
what
of
you're saying
people.
as far as like wanting to get paid for stuff.
Hey.
Like you rather like if you're gonna get paid, then yeah.
Well,
for sure. Depending on what it is.
Maybe we're saying the same thing in a way.
Yeah.
Because if you're getting those jobs, I'm sure you ain't doing them for free, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
So,
but that's exactly
right.
why I'm saying that. It's for the money. Like it's for the job. It's also
You should be talking to him because he don't understand it.
I'm letting him go ahead.
For the job, but it's for the money.
It's for the job for the I think we were just
elevating my
here.
career. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, okay, well, I just want to win this because it's $10,000. Even if it was just
No. You could stop right there. That's
No.
that's his mindset.
No.
I want to win this for the 10,000. You ain't gotta hire me.
That's
for shit.
different. That's
Just
different.
Give me the
different.
10,000.
But see, for me, like that, I wouldn't want that.
Me
Like,
neither.
Me
I
either.
would rather like say, okay, well,
Fucking
you
follower.
can give somebody else 10,000, but if you're gonna give me a deal,
I'll take that
I'd
deal.
rather take that because now I got
Exactly.
networking, like I got
Yes.
relationships, like
Yes.
I got more,
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make that in a week, like easily.
Absolutely.
Okay. See, now we saying the same kind of thing.
Yeah, like I'm gonna make that easily. In a
Yeah,
week,
I'm
and
about
I'll
to
be
make
working
that
there
money
for the
back.
for the next 2 years. So
You get it.
I'm
anyway,
with you, man.
What's your dream job, man? Like, where do you in 5 years? Where do you see yourself?
Directing movies and TV shows, just directing stuff that makes a difference. That still entertains, but there's like an education piece that's underlying within.
Like, what does that mean to you? Like, when people say you want to make a change, you want to make a dip. Like what? Is there like an underlining theme you like to attack or approach or something like that in your films?
Right now, for me, no. And it's crazy because one of my friends just told me, they was like, yeah, you're like the political guy. Like, we always know that, you know what I'm saying, that when you do something, it's going to be something black or something political. And I never thought about myself doing it. I guess it's just been stuff that I've just, when I see it, I feel a certain passion for or certain things. So like with my first film, Kings, that was about a rookie black cop protecting kids versus, you know what I'm saying, protecting his own. And what does that look like, and how does that, you know what I'm saying, how does he process that whole thing? And then with this one, At All Costs, it's about protecting black women. Like, what does that look like, you know what I'm saying, for black men who are related to them or who are, you know what I'm saying, who are interested in, you know what I'm saying, in a romantic type of way. But then also throwing there about Roe vs. Wade and abortion and women's rights, stuff like that too. So so for me, it's not like, oh, my next film is gonna be about some kid in Africa. It's like I just want to do stuff that just makes sense for me, and like I have like different films that aren't even political at all. But also, now that I'm thinking about it, I also have films that can be viewed as political. But for me, it's about the story. And I always try to throw a little bit of myself in, you know what I'm saying, in the story.
So, would you make a movie about 3 people who didn't have the rent, so they threw a stripper party to get the rent?
3 people who didn't have a rent, so they threw a stripper party
to come up with the rent
at their house. Yeah, you could probably make it work.
You can make it work. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you throw no political theme or in there or?
Nah, cause see and that's what I'm saying. That's when I think about films. I guess I don't even go with that route. It's more like the stuff just comes to me. Like I can be sitting on Instagram or Facebook and I'll see something or I'll hear something. And I'll be like, oh, that's a dope story. Or like, oh, that's a dope. And then if I know I'm supposed to write it if I keep getting like more ideas about it. And I start seeing more scenes and okay, well this can happen, and then I start researching and going to get more into it.
Gotcha.
Other than that, I'll be like, okay, that's dope, and then it would just like kind of like disappear.
All right, man. Well, that was Mr. Jamaal. Let them know where they can find you at, brother.
You can find me on Instagram at TheRealJScott, JayScott. And Facebook, you can just put in Jamaal Scott, Jamaal with 2 A's, JAMAAL, and then SCOTT.
Sounds like 3 A's.
It is 3 A's, but it's 2 A's at the end. Versus people who just use 1 A at the end when they spell Jamaal.
No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt. All right. We will see y'all next time in the lab. I go by the name of Miles. Over there is
Marcel Williams.
And we will catch y'all next time. This is Chemistry.
Come on.